Welcome to the Business for Aligned Women podcast. I'm Honey. I'm a coach working primarily with women and specializing in aligned business, personal transformation, and embodiment. Each week here I'll be sharing business strategy, business advice, tips and tools for you to think more deeply, for you to get more self-aligned, and for you to start your week in the most conscious and intentional way possible. Today is our third Motivational Monday, and these are little spicy, quick thoughts that I've had that I know will be really impactful and really powerful for you if you take them on. And there's something that you can go away and think about maybe for the whole week and look at how this is affecting or not affecting your business and your daily life. I wanted to, before we get into today's motivation, invite you to our year-long business marketing planning workshop. That's actually happening tonight, the day that this episode is going to be released. And this is a 90-minute workshop where we'll go through reflecting on the last 12 months in your business, mapping out new goals, kind of second-guessing those goals, reviewing those goals, being very realistic with them, and then mapping out your plan for the year that includes all of your marketing launches, any new products that you're creating, and we'll also spend a lot of time reflecting on your sales process. This is a super, super powerful workshop. It comes with a Notion board that you can use every single year. And this is a system and a process that I go through personally every year. Once you've done this workshop, you'll know the process, you'll have the questions, and you can go through that process yourself every year from then on. I would love to see you in that workshop. I promise you it will empower you. It will give you confidence. You'll come out of it feeling really clear, really steady, really sure, and a lot less overwhelmed. Let's jump into our motivation for today. The question is, what could you achieve if you weren't chronically overstimulated? What could you achieve if you weren't chronically overstimulated? What do I mean by overstimulated? So it's pretty obvious to most of us, but I read a really great book a few months ago called Dear Digital, We Need to Talk, and it's by a doctor here in Australia, and she explains what's happened to our neurobiology because of our increasingly digitized environment, social media, email, just being so tuned in and keyed into screens all the time and notifications, and not being allowed to have any kind of quiet time and quiet processing time. Basically, our brains and our nervous systems have actually evolved. They have actually changed. How we experience it is a real inability to focus, really shortened focus span, really shortened focus. Our ability to concentrate, our ability to do deep work has been diminished. And this is going to have a huge impact on anything that you want to achieve, whether that's a creative pursuit or even if it's running your business. I would love for you to look at where and why and how you might be overstimulated in your day. I'm going to give a few examples. I know I've talked about this before, but I can think of 5, maybe even 10 clients that I've had over the last 2 years who have come to me, and when we started working together, their screen time was over 8 hours a day, and the majority of that was on Instagram. I forced them to take a complete break from social media and just concentrate on replenishing their creativity and regulating their nervous system, resetting everything, de-stressing, rather than continuously pumping themselves with content and media. They had all of these symptoms and they couldn't possibly get all of the work done that they needed to do because of the inability of them to concentrate. 100% of those women completely changed their entire lives, their entire personality, their identity, their outlook on life, and their abilities and capabilities in their business after 2 weeks completely off of social media. They were much more positive, much more happy, much more productive. They started achieving things, and then that boosted their self-esteem, and they were like, wow, I can do this. And they got this kick or this kind of flow on effect from you achieve one thing, you realize that you can, and it just continues to keep going because you realize that when you actually do the thing, rather than procrastinate or become distracted, it does actually make you feel really good. I ask you to look at what's making you overstimulated. How can you kind of get your power back and quell that overstimulation? I'll give you some tips from myself. If I look at my phone first thing in the morning, or I look at other people's content, that is going to create overstimulation. Other things are sometimes you're listening to podcasts while you're getting ready in the morning or while you're walking your dog. If I do that too often and I don't allow myself time with no noise, that will overstimulate me. If I am listening to talking while I am trying to work, that will overstimulate me. So that could be podcasts or audiobook or even lyrics in music overstimulates me. I need to have soft, gentle, instrumental music while I'm working, and that really, really calms me down. As well as if I'm out walking and I'm looking at my phone and then I'm looking at nature and I'm looking back at my phone, that causes a lot of overstimulation in me. And of course, if you're checking your phone or getting notifications all day long and task switching, that's going to create overstimulation as well. And of course, drinking too much coffee, having too much caffeine, having too much sugar is going to make me personally feel quite overstimulated. So look at what's overstimulating you in your life, and maybe you could attempt a little detox, whether that's 1 week or 2 weeks off of social media, or you do a full dopamine detox, whatever it is, and then reflect on the difference in your ability, your capability to produce, to be productive, and to hold focus when you weren't overstimulated, because I can almost guarantee you it's going to be night and day. That is our Motivational Monday for today. And I would love to hear your response to this. What came up for you? Did you try it? What was the result? And make sure to leave a review or leave 5 stars if this has benefited you at all. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Honey Bashan Coaching. That's Honey BACHAN Coaching, and at TikTok at honeybashan.com.